is Chris Cummings. Chris is an expert in clean power generation and leads business development and alternative energy systems for McAllister Machinery. In his role, Chris helps large energy users who want their energy supply to be cleaner, cheaper, and more reliable. In his personal life, Chris works hard to set the standard for the type of person that he wants his 4 daughters to become. Chris believes that we live in the best time in human history and that each of us can make our future even better by working hard for what we believe in and extending our compassion to others. Would you please help me in welcoming Chris Cummings to the Spark stage?
Hold your judgment. I want to tell you a story from my life. It's a true story, and it's a little bit of an uncomfortable story. It may make you squirm in your seat a little bit. A few of you may look down to avert your gaze from me, but I'm going to ask you to hold your judgment. A few people in this room may learn something about themselves from my personal experience. Now, I want to tell you, it's not really my experience I'm going to talk about tonight. It's actually the experience of my loving and kind wife. She and I were married in 2006. And then, as Chris mentioned, over the next 10 years, we have added 4 beautiful daughters to our family. But it's not those daughters that I want to talk about tonight. I want to talk about my wife's other children. You see, my wife and I have 4 daughters together. But my wife has 6 children, 2 more daughters. In that time gap, from 2009 to 2013, she gave birth to twin baby girls that weren't mine. She came to me about a year before those girls were born and said, I want something different out of my life. I want to try something new. I want new experiences. I want to be a surrogate mother. A few months later, we were paired with an amazing couple from France who shared our values and, like us, wanted to be parents and have a family of their own. In October of 2010, my wife was implanted with 2 embryos from donated eggs. It was a difficult pregnancy. She had lots of complications, many nights spent with uncertainties, visiting the doctors, but everything turned out well in the end. June 24th, 2011, the doctor scheduled a C-section. You can imagine, if you've never seen a twin birth and a C-section, the scene in the operating room was complete chaos. There were doctors, nurses, assistants, more people than I even thought worked at the hospital. Everyone's scurrying about. My wife is laid out on the operating table, almost unconscious. I'm trying to video the whole thing, but I'm an emotional wreck. The parents-to-be are crying, and they're speaking in French and translating to English, back to French. And then the babies are born. When the babies are born, the parents continue crying. You know, they're taking pictures. They're asking for the scale to be turned back to kilograms. And they're wiping away tears, taken away at the foreign scene ahead of them, blown away by the magnitude of what was taking place. I think we can all agree that's a beautiful story, right? Well, some of you are probably wondering why these people weren't able to have children of their own. And the reason is very simple. They're both men. Now, how do you feel? Does that change anyone's opinion of the story? Because if you are naive and unempathetic like I was in 2010, you might have some questions. You might say, why did 2 men want children of their own? Or is it really fair to bring 2 children who have no choice into this world to have gay parents and to have to live that life? Well, I can tell you that these 2 guys have taught me through their words, their actions, and their beliefs that I was wrong. I was foolish. They are absolutely amazing parents. And when I see pictures of my wife's 2 other daughters today, or when I get in the mail, pocket, bear with me, when I get in the mail a little cartoon drawing from a French girl for my birthday, I know that we made the right choice. So I ask each and every one of you, hold your judgment, live with love and empathy.